everyone, this is Dave from Geekanoids and this is my full review of the Olympus OMD EM5. Now, for those of you who didn't see my unboxing and first look at this camera, there is an annotation on your screen round about sort of here, and if you click that you will see my unboxing and first look of the EM5. There's also another annotation just up here in this corner, and that will take you to my product tour, and that gives you a look at the external controls, also the touch to focus feature, and a quick look inside the menu system. This is my full review, and this camera probably looks a little bit different from when you saw it in my first videos, and that's because I've added a few little bits to it. Still got the 12 to 50mm electronic zoom lens, which is absolutely fantastic. Really enjoying this multifunction ring on the lens here, which takes it from manual zoom to electronic zoom and also enters the macro mode on the lens. It performs brilliantly. Very, very sharp lens, sharp to the corners in my experience, and equally as good for video. What I've added to the camera, you can see here, I've added a little lens hood. This came from eBay, it was about £7, does the job, doesn't look cheap or anything. It's actually, if I just turn this over, called, very funny name, it's a Uwinka lens hood. So it's not an original, but I'm very, very pleased with how this lens hood looks on the camera. I've also got leather strap on the camera. This came from Park Cameras as well. The camera came from parkcameras.com. Very, very nice quality sort of strap here, and just slips on the wrist, means I'm not going to drop the camera. Other bits that I've added on, you can see here on the top an EMA1 unit. This goes into the accessory port on the back of the camera, and this allows me to connect in a microphone, so I can put an external mic. You can just see the port just here. External mic on the camera, great for video recording. I also did a video test with this, which you will have seen on the channel. If you haven't seen the video test, another annotation just up here to see the video test. It performs brilliantly for capturing video. Now, before I just give you my opinion on the EM5, I want to show you a few other bits. This EMA1 unit comes with a microphone like this, and this is what I've been testing for some of my video capture. Works extremely well. Other additional bits inside the box, when you purchase the EM5 you get the little flash unit included. Again, this goes into the accessory port on the back of the camera, and it's a nice little flash, tilts up and down to activate it, and I think that's great. Great little flash unit included with the EM5. And then the other bit that I got from parkcameras.com was this. This is, I think, called a MAL1 if memory serves me right, and it is a sort of macro light. It's got two little LED capsules on the front here, and you can bend these into position, and sort of for macro photography, when you're maybe doing insects, then the flash doesn't sort of scare the insect away because these are permanently on, so it allows you to light your subject properly when you're doing macro photography. And there's three different light levels here, sorry, two different levels. There's off, and then there's a low level and a high level, so you've got control over the lights individually. Anyway, back to the EM5. What have I been liking? Well, the main thing is the ergonomics. The ergonomics of this camera are superb. We've got a nice shaped grip here, and that fits the size of my hand perfectly. And then there's also this sort of curved portion on the back. And this curved portion is a great place to put your thumb when you're holding the camera, and it just feels very natural. I also like the size of the camera and the weight of the camera. Really nice compact camera. Not compact obviously when you've got this lens on the front, but put a pancake lens on here and you've got a great camera that will even just about fit inside your pocket. With this lens on though, this is a great multifunction lens, 12 to 50mm, great focal length, and just brilliant for walking around and taking snaps with. What I also really like on this camera is the screen. Let me just flick through some of these photos. These are absolutely brilliant photos, and the screen is such a clear screen that it's great for reviewing them back. Now, I'm obviously going to be uploading these to Flickr so you can view these at full size. This is one that was taken in the macro mode. Really pleased with how that performs. and it just all works as it should. The screen tips out to sort of this low angle so that you can use this for sort of taking low angle shots, or you can tip it the other way so it will actually flick out to this way, and this would be great for taking overhead shots. So perhaps you're in a crowd in a concert and you want to just hold the camera up high and get that shot. Well, this screen tilts down enough for you to achieve that. And then of course it obviously flaps back flat onto the body of the camera. Other features I also really like, I like the fact that we've got the ports here for access to USB and HDMI. On the opposing side we've got a separate cover here for access to the memory card, so I like the way they've kept that separate to the battery. It just all feels very well thought out. Also the placement of these two top dials. So we've got two dials here, one here and one just in front of the shutter button, and you use these to control independent features of the camera. So perhaps one would be shutter speed, one would be ISO for example, and you can configure all of these in the menu to do whatever you want on the camera, so brilliant. Also like the fact we've got two function buttons. So for example, this function button on the back here, I can set that to lock the exposure when I'm taking video. How cool is that? So very, very well set out. And the art modes they've added in, they add in a little bit of extra fun. Let me just show you those. If we go into art mode here, we have got pop art, soft focus, pale and light colour, light tone, grainy film, pinhole, diorama, cross process, gentle sepia, dramatic tone, keyline and art bracket mode. Now these seem like a little bit of fun to start off with, but they are quite useful for doing creative effects. So it's great that Olympus have included all of those in the EM5. Something else to mention, and it's not something I was brave enough to test, but I'm sure it'd be fine, I've seen other videos showing this, is this is a weatherproof camera. So if you're out and about and it starts raining and you're using this body and lens combination, you've not got to worry about either component. They are weatherproof, so no worries if it starts raining. So the Olympus OMD EM5, you can probably hear from the tone of my voice that I've been extremely pleased with this. I think the only negative thing I've picked up on during my sort of use, and if I just push the shutter button I can probably show you this, is if I just move my hand in the wrong position, the sensors for the little tiny EVF here actually pick up the fact that I've moved my hand. So sometimes when I'm trying to use the touch screen, it thinks I've put my face up to the EVF there and it turns the screen off. So that's a little bit frustrating. But other than that, absolutely superb. So pleased with it. This is my personal camera now, and you can pick yours up from parkcameras.com where I got mine. It's £999 for the body only, £1,149 for the body and the 12 to 50mm lens. So thanks very much for watching this review video. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. Also, please do subscribe to the channel. Check under the video as well, there's a link to the photos that I've been taking with the OMD EM5. Until next time, enjoy your technology, and I will see you all in the next video.